You ever have a day where everything you touch seems to be pushing back on you? All of your emails pile up, the job won't cease, even the coffee maker feels like it's turning on you. In these moments, it's easy to think, what's wrong with me? Why is everything so hard? And to ask if it's supposed to be this way, but scripture tells us the struggle, it's actually older than we are. Genesis says the ache in our work goes all the way back to Eden. It will produce thorns and thistles for you. By the sweat of your face, you will eat bread. That's God talking to Adam in Genesis 3, verses 18 and 19. Work didn't start in the fall. Adam had a job inside of Eden. What changed is this: work didn't become work, work became war. The ground started to push back. Imagine Adam, the first time he stood outside of the garden, looking at soil that used to cooperate, now covered in hostile thorns and thistles. That's the world we inherited. But here's what we miss: God didn't remove Adam's calling. Adam was a gardener inside of Eden, and then after the fall, God sends him right back out into the field. Broken world, holy work. That's what life is in between the garden and the city. Work was never meant to be survival. Work was meant to be worship. Not because God needs our strength, but because we need his presence. Think of a rose bush. If you grab it carelessly, it's going to shred your hands. But if you approach it with patience and intention, you can cultivate something really beautiful. Same plant, same thorns, different posture. It's the same with our work. We still live in thorny grounds. If we rush in our own strength, the thorns win. But if we'll allow, the Spirit will hand us better gloves. And then even cursed ground can bear fruit as we work in hope. So here's the question that matters today: what fruit can grow from this thorn today? Maybe it's gratitude instead of grumbling, or perseverance where you usually panic. Maybe it's about developing character instead of complaint. Your job, your responsibilities, and your relationships are not punishment, they're soil. And God is still growing beautiful gardens out of the dirt of our lives. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me before the noise today. Let the ache remind you what you were made for, and let the hope remind you who walks the fields with you. We'll see you tomorrow.